recognize and appreciate the fact that Vermont has an ambitious comprehensive energy plan, and the Public Service Department is in charge of putting that plan together. And it's my privilege to introduce today the Commissioner of the Public Service Department, Christopher Recchia, who is leading us down the road towards getting off of fossil fuels and will give us an insider glimpse of what's in the nearly final draft comprehensive energy plan.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Joey. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. I am just so delighted and excited to be here with you all. I'm going to take this out because it's too tall for me. Okay, so I really am very happy to be here with you all, and I just very much, so much appreciate the work that the local energy committees do. I'll get to that in a little bit, but let me first ask, is anyone else besides me annoyed by the beautiful spring day that we're having on December 5th? I'm trying not to be a stick in the mud. It's a gorgeous day, but it shouldn't be here now. So I do want to thank VECAN for sponsoring this work and for VNRC for their work in this area. I also want to acknowledge that I know at least two senators are here with you today. Senator Chris Bray, chair of the Natural Resources Committee in the Senate, and Senator Mark McDonald, somewhere. There he is. These guys work very, very hard for your energy future, and I am grateful to have them as partners in this work. So thank you for your work. And somewhat facetiously, I'll say, I look forward to seeing you in January. Not really, but it'll be right around the corner. We'll do it soon. Look, I'm here mainly to celebrate the amazing success that we have had in the state in the last, 4 to 5 years. I've been doing this now for 3 years, and, in that time I have seen just remarkable progress toward our joint goals of energy security, stability, price security, renewable energy for Vermonters, and a real leadership role in climate change. And you all are to be commended for your work in that effort. And so thank you so much for doing that. On those notes, just for some statistics, we have increased our solar power in Vermont by 10-fold in this time period. This is rooftops, this is community solar, this is net metering. The problems I like to have, and I don't get to have many problems that I like to have, but one of them is, hitting the 15% cap like a year and a half early. That is a challenge, as no doubt you've been discussing today, but it's also a real tribute to the work that's been going on. And I'll only say this among friends because I'm also going to caveat it appropriately. But do you realize that we have added 230 to 250 megawatts of solar power to the grid in Vermont in the last 3.5, 4 years? And again,
power we used to buy from VY.
That's what I'm about to say. Thank you, George. So, and again, I only say this among friends. That is more than the amount of power that we ever purchased from Vermont Yankee. Now, of course, the reason I only say that among friends is because if I said this among not friends, I would get, but that's base load power, it runs 24/7, and solar's only out when the sun is out. Yeah, I get it. All right, so move on. Thank you, George. Thanks for not having the microphone and stealing my line, because that was definitely one of the things I wanted to say.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just get excited sometimes.
Good, you should get excited. We also have 2 times the amount of wind power that we had 4 years ago. And, these things are not without challenges and without growing pains associated with them in terms of siting and things like that. But, in talking around the state and seeing people, I have yet to run across a person who says, you know what, I think that I'd rather get my power from West Virginia coal so I don't have to look at it. Vermonters don't do that. We actually are really responsible, and they understand the challenge of you want to go to the wall and turn on the the switch and have things work. That there's a responsibility that comes with that. And you all and your communities and your members and the citizens of Vermont have been great partners in taking that responsibility and moving us forward. So, that again, I think is something that we should really be proud of. We've been doing this while keeping costs down. How many times have we heard, a decade ago, oh, renewables are too expensive. They're not going to, we're going to raise electric rates. Well, Vermont has been doing this. We've had, for the majority of Vermonters, rate decreases in 3 of the last 4 years. We are the second lowest cost electricity in New England now, and moving toward the least cost. And part of that is because of our commitment to a regulated structure where we can plan ahead and do long-term planning, have a goal, like we have in the Comprehensive Energy Plan, of 90% renewables by 2050, and stick with that, and not be subjected to the vagaries of the day-to-day market changes and things that occur. In the other New England states, they have in the last 2 or 3 years seen between a 20 and sometimes 120% increase in their cost of electricity. And they're like, we have to do something about this, and Vermont, you need to help us. And I'm like, you know what? We're doing something about it, and you can watch us, but we're not paying for your decisions because you thought that it was going to be cheaper to buy power on the market without planning on a day-to-day basis. So we have met that challenge, and we are leaders in New England and around the world on that note. So that brings me to the Comprehensive Energy Plan, which we are finishing. Is Asa here still, or is he back writing?
He left.
2 kids, he left, yeah. So the kids are helping him write the energy plan this afternoon. We are finishing the updated version of the Comprehensive Energy Plan. As I mentioned, it keeps the goal of 90% renewable by 2050, but puts a lot more meat on the bones than we had in 2011. We've done a lot of studies since then, analyses. We've provided some projections of what would be needed to meet that goal, and it's very, very doable. It really is. We are not talking about, well, there are people concerned about changing Vermont's landscape to accomplish this, and I can promise you that that does not need to happen. That with careful planning and appropriate preparation and your all work on the local level, we can get projects in place that people enjoy and endorse, and not be faced with projects that are of concern and that can meet our goals. And toward that end, last year, the department sponsored 3 regional planning commissions to do a deep dive on energy planning to say, okay, if we want to contribute to the solutions of this problem, where can we cite these things? Where can we best, what are our towns interested in supporting? And that work's been going so well that I'm prepared this year to support at least another 3 or 4 planning commissions. There are 11 altogether in the state. So within the next year or so, we should have all 11 done, and really show people a structured plan for getting to our 2050 goals. And that's going to be helpful for a couple of reasons. One is towns will feel like they are empowered by this, and that they have figured out where they want to contribute to the solution going forward. And developers will look at those, hopefully. They'll be very, very encouraged to do so, and see that, oh, well, a town would prefer that we put this solar project here rather than there, and that should help alleviate some of the tensions that have developed as a result of the market that has been going on. So I'm really looking forward to finishing that work and appreciate the towns that have been working on that. And then, kind of finally, Act 56 that the legislature passed last year is extraordinary change. 29 states had a renewable portfolio standard about electricity, but Vermont took that a step further and said, you know what? Electricity is only 1/3 of our energy problem. We have transportation issues. We're a rural state. We do a lot of vehicle miles traveled. We don't have the ability to do a lot of mass transit. How are we going to solve the energy problem? And also our thermal problem. Today accepted, It's normally cold in December, and people like to be warm. So, you know, a third of our energy goes to heat, and it's still primarily oil. And in this group, I will say, fracked oil, okay, so that everybody understands what's happening, for those who are opposed to fracked gas. So this is a significant issue that, that we need to address, and Act 56 did so. It linked these together. It made the right incentives for utilities that are interested in electrical generation to look at weatherization, to look at thermal heat pumps, to look at things that actually benefit solving those other problems, electric vehicle charging stations, things like that. So it is remarkable that in this state we are able to actually pull together regulators, utilities, citizens, energy groups, to all be rowing in the same direction. And I can't tell you just how much that makes me enjoy going to work every day. There are things that make me not want to go to work every day, but that's not one of them. And then, you know, I'll close with saying that this is not a top-down plan. This has been generated by the citizens of Vermont based on thousands of comments, months and months of work and effort. And you all at the local level are the implementers of this. You help us figure out how to make this work for you, and to successfully do the work that we put in the plan. And without you, this would not happen. So I just thank you so very, very much for your work. It's extraordinary to see you all here. I love coming here every year. And you know, this is a lot better than going to public hearings in the Public Service Board. So keep up the good work, enjoy your day, celebrate your successes, share your successes with each other, and if we can be of help to you in the upcoming year, please call me, call my office. We have various staff here today. We'd be delighted to help you succeed. So thank you again.